AME Zion, the Freedom Church, transforming our service. The transformation of the Black people as a whole has been phenomenal. They have endured the hardships and cruelties of slavery and bondage, but through it all, they've held on to their faith and trust in God. A race forced into unpaid labor, a race beaten and traded like mere animals. But despite all that their white slave masters did to intimidate and humiliate them, the Black race, through men and women like Harriet Tubman and others, risked their lives to help Black slaves reach the North through a system called the Underground Railroad. This system, though treacherous and dangerous, helped thousands upon thousands of slaves reach their freedom lane. Many migrated to New York, where the African Methodist Episcopal Church was born out of a need to worship God. This birth brought forth the Mother Zion Church in 1796 under the leadership of its first bishops, James Barrett, Christopher Rush, and others. Zion grew. Today, hundreds of years later, Zion thrives. It has an array of bishops, and the office of the bishops is held by the most dynamic women of God and awesome, strong, valiant men of God. Bishops, their wives, the missionary supervisors, the general elected heads of the Women's Home and Overseas Missionary Society, and all its numerous missionary departments, its ministers, and a host of church members all come together to form and to make Zion great. Galatians 5:13. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. Transformative service. What does it mean to transform our services? Where do I begin? What service can I provide? And how can I better transform my service? What does it mean? Transformative services? Let's look at the words. Transformative. Causing or able to cause an important and lasting change in someone or something. Service. An act of helpful activity to help, to aid. So, we see we are to transform the services that we provide to others by making an important and lasting change in someone's life by an act of helpfulness and aid. Where do I begin? And the people asked him, saying, what shall we do then? Luke 3:10. We begin by following the Women's Home and Overseas Missionary Society's purpose, by promoting the growth of the knowledge and understanding of God and His plan for redemption for the world, as revealed through His Son Jesus Christ and the power of the Holy Spirit by doing Bible studies. In this time of pandemic life, togetherness is sparse and extremely seldom. We accomplish this by holding virtual Bible studies and classes enriched with the awareness of the Bible to teach those not able to attend regular Bible study and church services. We can then teach the concepts of Christian missions and provide ways for participation in ministries that provide knowledge for Christian growth. We can reach out to those not able to get out by sending mail-ins for lessons and studies. We can visit those in hospitals and nursing homes when allowed, and share the good news of Jesus, his life, and his resurrection. We can also help financially, church, through our ministries of kindness. We are to feed his sheep. After Jesus' resurrection and Peter's denial, Jesus sat with the disciples on the shore of the lake. He turned to Peter and he asked a simple question, then made a simple request. "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" He said to him. "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Feed my lambs." He said to him a second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Tend my sheep." He said to him the third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was grieved because he had said to him the third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know everything and you know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep." This still holds true today. We are to feed his sheep. But who are his sheep? The homeless, children, the elderly, single parents, unwed mothers, the sick and shut in, and sadly, the hungry. As missionaries, we are to attend to the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of our brothers and sisters. In doing this, we introduce others to Jesus and his love. What services can I provide? Companionship and friendship. Drop in for social visits or video chats. Clear walkways of snow and ice in the wintertime. Make sure that the heating equipment and smoke detectors are running properly, and extra blankets and winter clothes and boots are handy. Offer transportation for social activities and errands. Invite friends and family to church programs and Zoom programs. Who can I serve? Give to him that asks thee, and for him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Matthew 5:42. Visiting and caring for the sick and shut in. Keep the sick person away from others as much as you can. Have the person stay in one room. If you can, give them their own bathroom to use. Have only one person take care of them. Keep other people and pets out of the sick room. Have a person wear a cloth face cover around other people. This includes when anyone is in the room with them, or if they leave their room, for example, to go to the bathroom. If the face cover makes it harder for the sick person to breathe, the other person should wear a face cover. Don't share personal items. These include dishes, cups, towels, and bedding. Wash your hands often and well. Use soap and water and scrub for at least 20 seconds. This is especially important after you've been around a sick person or touched things they've touched. If soap and water aren't handy, use a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol and avoid touching your mouth, nose, and eyes. Take care with the person's laundry and use a household disinfectant or a homemade bleach solution. Please follow the directions on the label. If the sick person has their own room, have them disinfected every day. providing services for single mothers. We can help by offering a place for the mothers to bring their children to learn about Jesus and his love. We can help by providing shelters or information on safe and secure shelters. We can help by providing food and clothing. How can I better transform my service? By finding ways to reach those in need of God's love. By communicating with other missionaries, pastors, and researching ways to better serve God's people. By serving in a humble, loving way and showing compassion for those less fortunate. And finally, by finding ways to introduce Jesus to the world at large. The African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church has survived for hundreds of years under the leadership of great men and women of God, and it will continue to thrive into an unsure future. Zionites are some of the strongest people in the world because we care about God's people and are willing to do what it takes to reach those in need. This strength was born out of a people destined to teach the world of God and to a dying world. No struggle, no pandemic, no degradation can keep Zionites down. We will continue to thrive and flourish, for the God of the universe, his Son, and his Spirit walks with us, his people. For even in the midst of a pandemic, we will rise as we've always rose, for we are a transforming people that the Lord holds up. We are Zion.